Hey guys, it's Good Friday, and I got a thought. You probably have heard me say something like this if you know me, but I'm thinking about death, burial, and resurrection because it's Good Friday. You know, it's interesting that this death, burial, and resurrection thing, it you see it everywhere. I think that God designed the universe with this idea in mind. If you see a seed fall off of a tree, you realize that seed was alive and part of the tree, and then, well, it gets separated and it dies. And then it's literally buried into the ground before it becomes new life in the spring. And the same thing when you're building something. The first thing you do is you break ground. You have to tear something up before something new arrives. And I could go on and on with this, that you see this kind of thing in almost everything. There's like the whole no pain, no gain idea, that before something good happens, it seems like something painful has to happen. Death has to come before resurrection. So, great. So, why does this matter? Well, of course, the story of salvation is included in this with Jesus, right? For Jesus claimed that he was God, and then to prove that he's God, he not just died, but he was resurrected to prove his claims. And that's good, because that means that God is God and he can forgive sin, and the story of salvation is there. But I think there's more to it, because in your life and in my life, we might experience that pain, that death, that burial, and that resurrection. But the thing is, the resurrection part of our life, it's not like the tree. The tree has no choice about whether that seed falls off and is buried and resurrected. It will just happen. But see, us as human beings, we get to decide. We get to decide whether we come back. We can stay dead. So if you've been divorced and your relationships are just ruined and damaged, and you're in that hole, it's like you've been dead and buried. Or maybe you just lost your job and you're down in the dumps, and you don't have money that you need to pay the bills. You can just stay dead. You can stay down. If you failed at something, maybe you did a business venture and it just fell on its face, or maybe that you're struggling through high school or college or whatever it is. You face failures in your life. You face struggles in your life. Or maybe you choose a path that you didn't want to choose. Or maybe you're down in the dumps because you've been addicted to drugs or something like that, right? You can stay dead. You can stay down, and you can never recover if you decide. Or you can decide to have resurrection in your life. Now, I believe that part of that process is accepting God and believing in God and letting him help guide you, letting the Spirit of God move you. But the first thing that we have to do is make that decision. So on this Good Friday, I guess I ask, will you be like Jesus and resurrect? Or will you decide to stay dead? It's Good Friday. Think about your death. Think about your failures. Think about the things in life that are just not going the way you want them to go, and decide today whether to live or die. And I hope you choose life. I hope you choose resurrection.